You might be excited that your Tesla now has autopilot, but does it have kangaroo detection? Howdy everybody, I'm David Geisler. This is the Technophiles Newscast, and Volvo is working on a new technology that helps its cars be kangaroo aware. There's a lot of stories in the news right now about vehicles and robots that are becoming aware of their surroundings. Things like Tesla's autopilot or the Google car or drones that can see trees, all that kind of stuff. Even Volvo has had a technology in their cars for the past couple of years that helps the cars see wildlife like deer and elk and things like that. Of course, the idea is that the car would auto brake if one of these animals jumped out in front. Believe it or not, this actually is a pretty important safety feature to have in a car. Here at TPN, we were shocked to find out that there's actually 1 million deer collisions a year in America alone. It's horrible. Those poor deer don't know what they're doing, and frankly, on a business level, it costs like $4 billion of damage. So right now, the way that Volvo's technology sees animals is actually pretty interesting. They use a thermal camera and an infrared camera, which are installed in the front of the car. And of course, the thermal camera can see heat signatures. The infrared camera, of course, can see into the night further than an optical camera could. And another interesting detail is that these cameras are offset. So when you merge the data of each camera, you actually can deduce a three-dimensional map of what's in front of you. That works pretty well for a deer that might run across the road. The car sees it, knows that it's a living creature from the thermal, figures out where it is, figures out where it's moving, and the car hits the brakes. Now, what if that deer was half the size and hopped around like a velociraptor? If the deer did do that, we'd call it a kangaroo. Well, that is what drivers deal with daily in Australia. Right now, Volvo is testing this technology on kangaroos in the Tidbinbilla Nature Reserve in Australia. There are 20,000 collisions with kangaroos in Australia a year. Now, that's not quite 1 million like there are with deer in America, but it's absolutely a number that's super duper high, and it makes perfect sense that Volvo would look into this. Besides the fact that on kind of a geeky level, it's just cool to see how far they can take this technology. I was joking a little bit earlier, but think about it. A kangaroo moves very, very differently than a deer or an elk or something like that. It is very small, but more importantly, as it jumps and hops, its motion is less predictable. So Volvo is shooting a bunch of video footage of kangaroos right now. They're analyzing the movement patterns. They're seeing if they can create a little bit of predictive movement in their algorithms and things like that. There's no actual word on when this will be released to the industry right now because it's still very much in the testing phases, but we thought it was cool and we wanted to tell you about it. If you're inclined, keep an eye on this. It is kind of a cool news story. It sounds like it's probably still at least a year away or something like that. But if you find any cool news stories about it, please tweet them to us at TechnopilesPod, and we would love to do a follow-up episode on this topic. If you like, leave a comment down below. Remember, you can also find us on Facebook and iTunes and Stitcher by searching Technophiles, or go to our actual website, technophilespodcast.com. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click like down below. You can check out some of our recent episodes here. I'm talking about a robot that makes shots for you based on your Facebook profile right here. And over here, oh yeah, Google planning on creating technology that will reply to your emails for you. Give that a look if you like. Always, you can subscribe right down here, and you can also always click on our popular videos. Have a good weekend, everyone.